Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me. In this video, we're going to cover dancer. I love it. I say that a lot. But it's a back bend. It's a quadricep stretch strengthener. It's a balance pose. It covers a lot of things all in one pose. So you might find it handy to have a strap available as well as access to a wall. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing I actually want to show is your basic quadricep stretch. I'm just going to have this handy, but show you how to use it in a second. Quadricep stretch, we take hold of the foot, stretch the front of the thigh, okay? But a lot of things can steal the best of the stretch. So number one, if you can't take hold of your foot, this is the time to use the strap, and you would just wrap it around. Mine is really long, but you would just wrap it around your foot. Easier said than done, and pull, and then work with all the other cues that I'm going to say, okay? So I want to be more face forward here. So center lines of the feet pointing forward, soften the knees, lengthen the spine. We're trying to keep those center lines, okay? From the center line of the feet coming up to the center of the ankle, center of the knees, center of the hip, okay? And what I'm looking for in my quadricep stretch is for my hips to stay level and for my spine to maintain length. And that way I'm going to get a higher quality stretch in this quadricep stretch, okay? So picking a leg, maybe holding onto a wall with the strap or just with your hand taking hold. All right, so the first thing that that happens in most bodies is the knee swings out to the side. So I'm going to bring it back in, even take it behind the line of my standing knee, okay? And then you might see that, right? So this is exaggerating. Most people are not going to do this, but still they'll have a little bit of a drop in that lifted leg. So I want to really level it out. Pretend I'm squeezing a block, okay, between the thighs, or sometimes I'll say a thigh master. Okay, keeping that knee back, and then lifting the low belly, lengthening the torso, okay? Maybe making sure you don't have any kind of pinch in the low back. Okay, so you want to engage, okay, the base of the glutes, the inner thighs, keep lengthening. If you're really flexible, your foot might just, the heel might come right to the glute, so you can always take it toward the outer edge of your hip. This starts to visit half hero, okay, for a future video, okay? Anyway, so that starts to open up the thighs. Okay, I'm going to do it on profile on this side just so you can see my spine, but still setting up those center lines. Taking hold of the foot, bringing the knee, okay, more parallel to the other one, and then taking it behind the line. Of course, I always go, my body just loves back bends, so I want to have this be more neutral. Leveling out the hips, lengthening, okay. My quadriceps are really flexible, so sometimes it's tough for me to feel the stretch, but I'm trying to visit a little sensation. Again, maintaining levelness in the hips, length in the spine, okay. Mostly a neutral spine, I think, that I've got here. And then releasing. Okay, so just kind of checking in with the sensations. Now we're going to be adding a reach. The leg is going to reach back. So this is a standing half bow is another way of thinking about it. There's a yoga position called bow pose where you're on your belly and you catch the legs and really open up. So this is a standing half bow because we're doing single leg. Okay, so grabbing your strap if you need it. There are a couple of ways of taking hold. Okay, so just depending on the flexibility in your shoulders. But I still start out I always reaffirm this mountain pose in every pose. So the center line of the feet coming up, the center line of the legs, engaging inner thighs, base of glutes, pelvic floor, coming all the way up. Okay, so having a hand at the wall gives you some courage because you don't have to be distracted by the immediate sense of balance, and then you can take hold. Again, so acknowledging all the things that we did, okay, for the thigh stretch are still going to hold true here, okay, and you can kick back with your arm like this, okay, that arm, and then the one in front of you can come out in front. I want to reaffirm thigh bones, arm bones, and the joints, okay, lengthen the spine, kicking back. My shoulders are more receptive to taking this kind of grip, okay? So turning the palm face out, right? Because that's going to help open up the chest a bit more. So again, bringing the knees close together, sliding that knee back, engaging inner thighs, base of glutes, finding length, not pinch. Again, still trying to keep hips level, smooth, deep breaths, reaffirming arms in the shoulder joints, okay, length. So I really go through that line from the feet, okay, inner thighs, basic glutes, pelvic floor to the belly button to between the shoulder blades, the sternum, sternum to the center of the throat, to the base of the skull, to the crown of the head, maybe increasing this, okay, and yet trying to maintain my alignment. One thing I didn't mention is that the standing leg, you could keep it slightly bent the whole time, or you could straighten it, so that you just have to keep that sense of awareness and what's best for your joints. I'm going to do the other side. Breathing. Okay. It's a working pose. All right, so center lines, finding all that length. Starting out, I'm going to go right into this grip because I know it's what I really need to get the most effective pose for me. Okay, so you have to always do what's best for you. Strap, this grip, okay? Starting out with a wall if you have one handy, or a chair, okay? Something that won't move on you, okay? Bringing the inner thighs close together, okay? Lengthening the spine, trying to make sure I'm keeping my hips level, heart open, kicking back, okay? Trying again to keep the hips level, still engaging the inner thighs like I have a block or have that thigh master, still making sure I'm not pinching in my back and really finding that sense of length. And then as I'm ready, reaching the other arm forward. Still, head of the arm bones, shoulder joints, no tension in the neck. The standing leg can be straight or bent. Okay, either way, you don't have to hinge. Okay, this far forward. Okay, you can find your right position and release carefully. Okay, you might find it, nice to stretch, a little side to side. Okay, whatever feels good for your body, but hopefully you feel lengthened. Okay, that you've created more space for your breath, more length in the spine, a sense of, I always feel uplifted by back bends. It's a kind of a calm, calming but yet energetic kind of pose. So anyway, I hope that this was helpful. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.